Avery Howard here with Harrison Phillips. Harrison, this is your 7th Playmakers camp here in Omaha. As you grow in your NFL career, why has this always remained a priority for you?
You know, it's really special. I don't know what jersey I'm going to wear each season. It's not really up to me. I'm very happy that I've been a part of 2 great organizations. But something that's forever true is this is my high school, and this is where I'm starting a family. I'm building a home here with my wife, who's a Millard West grad. We just had a child who's going to grow up a Nebraskan, and this one means the most.
Standing here in the Millard West gym, what do you think the high school version of you would think, knowing you'll be doing these camps in the future and where you went to high school?
Man, the high school me was pretty cocky. I would say he'd be very proud of himself. I always spoke really big goals and set them really far off. I was kind of laughed at a little bit, being a little freshman saying I'm going to play in the NFL and get full-ride scholarships and stuff. But I worked my ass off to make that happen. So I'd be really proud, and I think the most important thing is bringing others along the way. So being able to be out here to these high school students, a thing that I wish I had. I wish I had someone that I could have asked about what it's like going to college, what's it like to get to the next level. And so when we bring these Nebraska football players out and these high school kids, I want to be a resource to them as well as use my platform for these pups.
Yeah, seeing all these kids in Millard West jerseys and Nebraska football and volleyball, what encourages you the most to see kids like that at that age helping you on an event like today?
I think it gives me faith in humanity. I feel like when I was younger, I was kind of a little rascal, ragamuffin, getting into trouble. These guys are like really responsible, and I'm very confident that they're going to succeed at whatever thing that they decide to pursue in their life. And yeah, I wasn't as good at doing this when I was their age, so it's very impressive.
You've been all over this camp today. What's the most rewarding part of today for you?
I would say number one, it's just running the camp. I only seen the things that happened. We blew a fuse. We had a petting zoo issue. The dog. But when I just look out and all you see is just smiling faces, dancing kids, that's really rewarding. And then secondly, I'll have a mom or dad or somebody come up to me and they will say, this is the highlight of my kid's year. Now, it puts some pressure on me to set the bar high, but they really mean that. Sometimes in this overlooked population, they don't go to the College World Series. They don't get to go to Nebraska football games. They don't have friends to go get a drink at the Good Life or something. This is their Super Bowl. And so we want to make it bigger and better every year and keep adding new things like a monkey and a kangaroo and all the fun stuff we can. But I would say that's probably the most rewarding part.
What has been the most special part of you watching this event grow year after year?
I would say seeing a 8-year-old, 10-year-old come in, super shy, standing by mom the whole time, and then now as a 17-year-old, they're leading the group, they're dancing, they're bringing friends along with them, and to see them just gain that confidence. And we also, when I speak to the guys, I encourage them to get out and serve. Obviously, this is my camp, but all the things we do year-round encourages them to serve in their communities and show people all the things they're capable of. So having somebody call me as a reference because a playmaker is applying for a job, and I get to be a reference for a playmaker who's going to go work at Culver's or at some of our areas here. And so I think that's one of the things that's been the most rewarding to me. We also have playmakers who are couples now. They're dating, like Love on the Spectrum stuff. We've been working on doing some speed dating stuff. And so it's just all around been a blessing, and I hope that my son, if he chooses to pursue sports, that one day he'll take over this camp for me years down the road. That's how long we keep going.
For those who are unfamiliar with your foundation in this camp, what was the original reason why this is such an important thing for you to start?
When I thought about a cause that I was passionate about, I went back to when I was in middle school at Beetle Middle School. I went to lunch one day and there was all the tables I normally sat at with my athlete friends was full. I looked around the classroom and I saw our special education department sitting there, and I went down and sat with them. The teachers thought I was going to do a prank or make a food fight or something, but I was just going there trying to make new friends, and I did. And some of those same classmates are at this camp right now in Group 9 that I met that day. Some of them went to me to prom, and so to have those kids whose parents said, my kid was never ever going to go to prom, now he's going with the prom king, it just meant a lot. And so I was like, hey, this is a population that's overlooked a lot, and I know every time I surround myself with people with differences, my cup's always overflowing. I'm worried about how I look today. Did I work out at it? They don't care if I won a game, lost a game. I just cried. I'm the happiest I've ever been. And then, they'll sit here and shoot a basketball and miss 100 shots in a row and genuinely believe that they're going to make the next shot. They love everyone the exact same, regardless of skin color, age, demographic, poverty. It's just, there's so many fruits of the spirit that live in my playmakers that I'm always overflowing working with them.
Yeah. Okay, last thing. You're a dad now.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to you.
Right there, on the other side of Shea.
Love it. Okay, so you told me that the dad strength was on the way.
Yeah.
Do we have the dad strength now, and how are we doing?
Dad's strength involves a little bit of back pain because I'm bent over changing diapers and at the crib a lot. Overall, it's good. And I don't know. I haven't tested anything too crazy yet, but I definitely feel like my forearms, my shoulders, carrying this little baby. I thought he'd be a little bigger, but it's good.
Quarterback you wear.
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, appreciate you as always.